Last week on Just Killing Time, Buck and I were out in the wide open spaces of the Berthold Reservation near Newtown, North Dakota. We were on a mule deer hunt. Let's recap a little bit of last week, and then we'll get right into this week's action.
You can see our truck way over there, up on another high point. Me and Max sat in glass for about an hour this morning in that valley where we saw those 3 bucks yesterday. Nothing came up through there, but man, this is a beautiful spot. I'd like to thank the 3 affiliated tribes for letting me and Max get a couple tags and come out here and hunt muleys. I'd like to thank James and Ted for putting us on a few deer. Like I said, we saw 12 or 13 glassing this morning, which is probably as many as we've seen the other 2 or 3 days we've been out total. But man, I don't know what to say. I just thank the good Lord for letting us be able to get out and do this and giving us the opportunity. And I'd also like to dedicate this hunt and this deer to my father. My dad got me started hunting at an early age, and we lost him. Tomorrow will be 16 years since my dad passed away, and I sure wish he was here to share this with me.
Grab your gear and come on with us, heading out from dawn to dusk. Get 'em in your sights and let it fly. Amped up to close the deal and a pocket full of tags for filling. One thing I could say keeps me alive, just killing time.
This is Just Killing Time, presented by Anderson Manufacturing. Just Killing Time is brought to you by Heater Bodysuit, Landmaster UTV, Hard Impact Penetrator Arrows, Game Sled, Seymour Sight Systems, True Lock Choke Tools, Camp Shelf, Alps Outdoors, High Mountain Seasoning, Hunting Sports Plus, American Whitetail Targets, Night Muzzleloaders, 30-06 Outdoors, Scorpion Crossbows, and Deer Haven Trophy Bucks. Closed captioning of Just Killing Time is brought to you by Invisible.
Buck, each one of these Anderson rifles comes with not 1, but 2 Magpul magazines, brother. And this one, I got ready to rock and roll, folks.
Well, hey, speaking of rocking and rolling, folks, this week, it's all about the big man. You saw what happened last week with me in North Dakota. It's Thanksgiving evening, and the old big man's got the cannon in hand. Let's get right into the action, see what happens with him. I'm in his hip pocket.
Best guide I could find on short notice, folks. I'm sorry. Hey everybody, it's Thanksgiving Day. We're in Newtown, North Dakota. Buck tagged this morning on a nice 4x. I'm going to slip back in the same area, see maybe we can get lucky. We saw a lot of deer in here this morning, more than we have any other place we've been.
Now, as we were glassing, just one ridge over from where Buck took his deer, we spotted another mule deer buck. Now, this young buck put on a heck of a show for us, but he's not quite what I'm looking for. The burn-off from one of the oil wells kept us company on our walk back to the truck.
Buck, one thing you need to make sure of with these guns is you get the magazine firmly seated, because if you don't, it won't pick up the shell and put it in the chamber. Instead of the gun going boom, the gun goes click. And I know you'd love to see that happen to me, yeah.
Hey, especially when I'm the cameraman.
Yeah, brother, you treat me like a mushroom, keep me in the dark.
Folks, you know, it was a little slow for Max out there on his first evening, but day 2 might pick up. Y'all stick around, see what happens.
I'm gonna pick something up right underneath your chin in a minute.
Speaking of seated, it's a good thing you're seated. You ain't got as far to fall.
This segment of Just Killing Time is made possible by Alps Outdoors and High Mountain Seasoning.
They call this extreme duty. We call it easy cleanup.
I shoot Anderson because it's a technically superior mil-spec product. RF85 means no solvent and never oil.
Accurate rounds down the barrel without failure? Prove it.
It's an absolute pleasure to handle, operate, maintain, and shoot.
Reliable and accurate.
Change your AR to an AM. Anderson Manufacturing AM15.
The heater bodysuit is a one-garment solution for staying warm on stand. Our warranty is buy it, wear it. If you get cold, we'll give you your money back. No one in the clothing industry has such a warranty or dares to have such a warranty.
Introducing the all-new Landmaster Hybrid by American Sportworks. This first-of-its-kind UTV offers the quietness of electric and the brute force of gas power, all in one diverse vehicle. The Landmaster Hybrid. Compromise is no longer necessary. This segment of Just Killing Time is brought to you by Hunting Sports Plus and American Whitetail Targets.
Hi, I'm Tom Steffner with Anderson Manufacturing. Today I'm going to be telling you a little bit about our weapons. There are two major benefits of the Anderson rifle. The first benefit is we are the true manufacturer of the major components of this rifle. We currently chamber in 5.56, 6.8, and 308 Win. We machine the upper, the lower, the charging handle, the free float forearms, the rails, and the flash hider in Hebron, Kentucky. The second and probably the most important thing that separates Anderson rifles against the masses is our guns run totally dry by using a proprietary treatment called RF85. The two main benefits of the RF85 are simple. You never oil the weapon, it runs totally dry, and it cleans up with soap and water. Anderson Manufacturing is the only AR manufacturer that has the proprietary rights of RF85. Because we utilize strict quality control guidelines, we're able to offer you a lifetime warranty, one of the few in the industry, on all our Anderson rifles. If you'd like more information about the Anderson rifle or the other great products we manufacture, please go to andersonrifles.com or feel free to give us a call at 859-689-4085.
Buck, make sure your safety's on, your magazine's seated, right to action. And brother, all we're ready to do now is go boom, boom, boom.
Hey, well, speaking of action, folks, let's get right back into it. Max on day 2.
That's right. Let's see what we got here. Beautiful spot we're sitting. We saw a mule deer doe drop over into the other ravine as we're easing in here. I'm hoping to see some activity. I got a buck tag and I got an antlerless tag in my pocket. And my old fingers got a little split on it, my old trigger finger here, but it's still getting a little itchy. So, I'm in North Dakota. We got a couple days left. The weather's gonna get nasty. I'm gonna see if I can get it done here tonight. Y'all stick around.
As the end of our evening hunt neared, we spotted a doe and a young buck heading in our direction. You know, there's a front moving in. We only got one more day to hunt. It's been slow. And me, I would really love to put a tag on a deer before I leave North Dakota. All that being said, that antlerless tag I have, well, it would sure look fine attached to that fat doe right there.
Thank you, brother. Folks, we got time running out. Hey, Buck's still down there. Yeah, he won't leave it, though. Time's running out. We're in North Dakota. I don't get the opportunity to mule deer hunt very often. We have a buck tag and a doe tag. She come down through here, and I told Buck if I see a doe this evening, I'm gonna take her. I was trying to wait for her to turn broadside, but I knew as close as she was, it wouldn't be a problem. Me and the cannon, we scored. It's the second mule deer I've ever taken in my life. And, you know, she's gonna be some fine eating. If it's not too nasty tomorrow, we'll come back here and maybe we can get lucky and film a buck tag. Everybody that knows me has heard me make the statement that I get just as excited over taking a big old mature doe as I do a big old buck. This has been a fun trip to North Dakota. The weather's supposed to get nasty. I'm hoping I can still get my buck tag filled, but if not, Buck scored on a nice 4x4 yesterday, and I got this beautiful doe, and she could be some fine eating.
Hey there, big fella.
What?
You forgetting something? Put them ears on.
Oh, man. Thank you, brother. That would have wrung my ears good.
Hey, speaking of wrung, boy, you wrung that doe's neck, didn't you? You
Hey.
dropped her like a bad habit.
Folks, those of you that know me know that I hunt mature animals, bucks or does, and I enjoyed hunting that deer, and she was some fine eating, I can tell you that.
Well, hey, put them ears on. Show me how to shoot that thing. Folks, we'll be right back in just a minute. I want to see if he can hit anything.
Don't ever doubt the man, son. Never doubt the man.
This segment of Just Killing Time is brought to you by Night Muzzleloaders and 30-06 Outdoors, makers of the Ladder Stand Second Man.
They call this extreme duty. We call it easy cleanup.
I shoot Anderson because it's a technically superior mil-spec product.
RF85 means no solvent and never oil.
Accurate rounds down the barrel without failure. Prove it.
It's an absolute pleasure to handle, operate, maintain, and shoot.
Reliable and accurate.
Change your AR to an AM. Anderson Manufacturing AM15.
This segment of Just Killing Time is made possible by Scorpion Crossbows and Deer Haven Trophy Bucks.
Hey, welcome to this week's Camp Chef Cooking with Puff. And we went to the freezer and we're bringing out some of our chunks of meat that we put in there that we later on decide what we're going to do with. We're going to make a little bit of our deer jerky today. We'll start by mixing up some of our recipe for our ingredients, but you know what? If you don't want to do that, there's some great products on the market, and this High Mountain Seasonings Jerky Cure comes in a variety of flavors. The instructions is there, everything you need is there. Very, very simple. We're going to start out today with a recipe for about 3 pounds of venison, beef, elk, whatever you like to use. And we're going to use 1 teaspoonful of salt, instant cure, about 1 teaspoon per 5 pounds of meat. So we're not going to use quite a teaspoonful. Measure it out. Doesn't take very much of it, and this prevents a lot of problems down the road. Onion powder, about a teaspoonful. Garlic powder, a teaspoonful. Black pepper, I like lots of black pepper, so I'm going to go a heaping teaspoon. And we'll go with salt, and surprisingly we don't use very much salt. Again, about a teaspoonful. We're going to go with about a 1/4 cup of soy sauce and 1/3 cup of Worcestershire sauce. We're going to mix all that up real good. Instead of cutting across the grain, we're cutting along with the grain. That gives you a little more chew. It helps to give you pieces of length. We're going to take this after we've cut it, and we're going to put it in our marinade. We're going to mix it all up real good, super good. You can add hot sauce, you can add more pepper, red pepper if you like it real fiery. We're going to take that now, we're going to refrigerate it. And it's good to use a pan that's non-metal unless you've got good stainless. The plasticware with a snap-on lid would be probably a little better to refrigerate it overnight and the next day take it out and start it. Okay, we've allowed our jerky to marinate in refrigeration for about 24 hours. We're coming back today, and one more ingredient that we use because we manufacture it is Puff's Virginia Blend barbecue sauce made here at Southernmost Maple, 1 pot at a time. We like that to to add. It doesn't have to be added, but we like it, and we'll put about 1/3 of a cup in there. And you can do it the night before, or you can do it the next morning, whatever works for you. Okay, we're going to head to our cooking rack. The main thing is jerky is not needing to be cooked. It's been cured already. It needs to be dried. Go ahead and add it to our smoker, which is preheated, 150 degrees. We've added some wood chips there to give a little more flavor to it. You do not have to do that if you don't like the smoky flavor, but if you do, it enhances and adds to it. And we'll give that a while. All right, we've pulled a piece of our jerky from our smoke vault, and it's pretty flexible yet, so we're going to give it a little while longer, but it is suitable to eat. Remember, about 140, 150 degree temperature cooking time, thickness, the instrument you're using to cook it in, all determines what it is. Cook it till it suits you where it needs to be. Our recipe is simple and easy. High Mountain Seasoning has a lot of great seasonings, simple to follow recipes, and it'll make a pleasing treat for the whole family. More great recipes. Check us out on jkttv.com on the recipes page, Camp Chef Cooking with Puff. Till next week, enjoy.
It's another jelly head for a true lock.
With a true lock choke tube, you're truly locked and loaded. I'm glad to see you.
Glad brought that too, ain't you?
Hey man.
The old game sled?
I tell you, it's like the American Express card of hunting. Don't leave home without it.
The Game Sled is a unique game recovery system that comes in 2 distinct models. From its small carry pouch, the Game Sled expands into a super strong game recovery tool.
Anything you want to say to folks at home? Yeah, you need to have a game sled.
Contact them to get yours today, and then you too will understand why we never leave home without it.
Bullseye. Man, that ain't bad. That ain't bad. I think I can do a little better though. Let me get
some
there.
money on that in a minute, brother.
Hey, folks, it's day 6 of our hunt out there in North Dakota, and I got a feeling the old big man's gonna get it done with this guy in his pocket.
Hey, it's windy, it's cold, it's nasty, but we're out there. You can't kill them at home.
As I said, we're here. You can't kill them in the bed. It's a buck and I'm gonna slip out of here, try to get out of this wind. Hopefully maybe we'll find a deer doing the same thing. We saw a good buck crossing in here the other day. Maybe we'll get lucky and catch him down in here somewhere. So, y'all tag along. We'll try to stay here as long as we can. When we get cold, we'll come back to the truck, warm up, and we'll go hit him this evening. Whew.
Now Buck spots several deer, including what we believe to be a good buck crossing a point way off. We hoof it to get there as quick as we can, and when we top the ridge, this is what we see. Now we know that whichever way this doe decides to go when she gets up out of her bed is exactly the way this buck's going. We can only hope that she'll go to our left and draw him out from behind that cover. The old girl finally gets up out of her bed, and we know whatever's going to happen is going to happen soon. Now Buck's been watching the doe, and while he's been doing that, I haven't taken my eyes off of that buck in that brush. As the doe moves off, the old boy gets up and starts heading around the corner, and I whisper to my partner, "Here he comes, brother, here he comes."
Oh, hey, oh. Hey. Thank you, brother.
Oh, thank you, Lord. Thank you. Thank you, Lord. Oh, oh man. And we didn't know where he went. And I got down here and right here, man.
God.
Less than 100 yards probably.
Thank you,
There
Lord.
he was feeding.
Do you believe in miracles? Folks, that's Spot and Stalk, North Dakota. James, thank you, my friend. Ted, thank you, my friend. The 3 affiliated tribes, the Game and Fish Commission, thank everybody. We couldn't have done it without y'all.
Oh, baby.
Me and the old cannon, we scored. Daddy said always kiss your gun. Let's go over and look at it. Buck, thank you, brother. Ah. Whew.
I'm your,
You my spotter, my cameraman?
that's right.
Hey, I covered 16 miles for you, 17 miles for you, brother. You covered 3 for me. I think debt paid in full,
That
brother.
just means I was a better guide.
Woo! What a beautiful, beautiful North Dakota mule deer. There's some folks I need to thank. I want to thank James and his family. I want to thank Ted, the 3 affiliated tribes Game and Fish Commission, for just helping us get on these deer. It's been a couple bad winters out here, and the long and short of it is the deer numbers aren't quite what they should be. It's going to take a year or 2 for them to get back, and those folks helped us tremendously to get on a couple beautiful muleys. Buck tagged, I tagged this morning, got a nice mule deer doe down as well, and all I can say is beautiful country, great people, great hospitality. You ever want a mule deer hunt, you need to give the folks here at the 3 affiliated tribes a call and let them hook you up on a great mule deer. I've said it before, folks, and I'm gonna say it again because it's very, very true this morning. I'm a blessed man. Thank y'all for tagging along. Take the magazine out, rack the action, get the live round out. She's safe. She's ready to rock and roll.
That's some good shooting, man. I know I give you some grief, but that's some good shooting. Congratulations on your muley, too.
I enjoyed that.
Hey, folks, don't let him keep riding me like he does. Look, I spotted that deer not once, but twice for him, and all I hear is grief from him. But all jokes aside, pretty muley. And we'd like to thank the Baker family out there for pointing us in the right direction because we had 6 tough days of hunting, but we had a blast.
Yep, not only the Baker family, we want to say a special thanks to Ted and folks at the Buffalo Ranch and all the people at the Fish and Wildlife Commission there on the reservation. If it weren't for them, we'd have never been able to accomplish what we did, and we're very grateful for all their hospitality. Talking about hospitality, Buck, where do you think we're going to join and share hospitality for next week?
Folks, we're heading to Kansas. We're hunting some big whitetails, and we're on some Hunting Sports Plus ground. Y'all don't want to miss this action.
Best kept secret in the Midwest, folks.
Next week on Just Killing Time.
It's opening day gun season out here in Kansas. We're out here on one of Hunting Sports Plus's farms this morning.
I think I just made a good shot on a great buck.
This is Just Killing Time, presented by Anderson Manufacturing. Just Killing Time is brought to you by Heater Bodysuit, Landmaster UTV, Hard Impact Penetrator Arrows, Game Sled, Seymour Sight Systems, True Lock Choke Tools, Camp Shelf, Alps Outdoors, High Mountain Seasoning, Hunting Sports Plus, American Whitetail Targets, Night Muzzleloader, 30-06 Outdoors, Scorpion Crossbows, and Deer Haven Trophy Bucks. Closed captioning of Just Killing Time is brought to you by Invisible.